Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Automatic Jack. I'm here with the Salamanders campaign. We skipped over the Iron Warriors because it was such a gigantic pain in the ass with the 4X middle section. But we're going to take a look at what the Salamanders have to offer, see if we can get some good work done here. Oh, and here's 4X.
For much longer.
Alright, so Salamanders, if you're probably familiar, they are characterized by a lot of sacrifice mechanics, a fair amount of survivor mechanics, and we've got a lot of both. So we're just going to stick with our two-cost troops.
I will try to hold them off.
Yeah, we'll start out with the old Roshan squad here. So we can give Survivor 1 to our Astartes, which is fine with us, and we just are dealing 3 to that Warlord every time. That is good news. Only does cost us 1 to give the Survivor out to our boys, so we will go ahead and do that. Start off with a little bit of frontline. Frontline Survivor is always a great combo. Drop down that barricade a little bit. And from off screen, there comes 3 damage to knock in a bit of damage from Horus. We'll be back on the ladder grind here fairly shortly. Oh, but he manages to hurt us. That son of a bitch. That's okay. We got more frontline to put out here. And for right now, we have so much life on him that we'll go ahead and do a little bit of extra damage. It's fine. He likely does not have 10 damage worth of health in there, and he can make himself all the cards he wants to. It's not going to avail him anything. Hey, Cat, you here to help? Here to help, sir? All right. Well, we got more survivors, more good options. And I think honestly, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna do two either way. So hopefully he doesn't have 5 damage in hand. Wow. But once again, we have that survivor keeping us alive. That is a high amount of damage for a turn 4 single drop. Hi, Cat. I appreciate you helping me out here. Yeah. What do you think? Who should we hit him with? Alright, number 1 down. Take a look at what we got coming up. Always good to keep it in the faction, I feel like, with these. Chair Knight squad does not really do it for me. We've already got Survivor 5 on the Warlord. And, well, Battle Honors with Survivors, these are very high cost, though. I think going for some lower cost cards is usually going to be pretty useful in the first round.
Time has come to settle the score.
This guy is a great voice actor. I like his voice. Take one of those out and see what we get. All right, right on curve. Look at that.
Burn in the flames of your atrocity.
Your atrocity. Yeah, this guy's a great voice actor. Love it. Love it. That's Survivor 5. I mean, they give you a surprisingly large amount of health considering that you are starting off with Survivor 5 to begin with on your troops. We'll get this out there. I mean, doesn't really do any good for us. We don't exactly have enemy troops to deal with right now, but always a little afraid of mutant Astartes on my big runs with Ophion in the last event. He was one of the few who managed to give me some trouble. I don't know why. I don't know what that is. It's strange. Alright, we will definitely take the Disciple of the Flames out there. And since this is going to destroy our infantry, or destroy his infantry and damage us. If he managed to get infantry out anyway, we would... Yeah, he's going to have something that prints out infantry. I guess it wouldn't have mattered that time, but such is life. Alright, and we can get... Whoops. Oh, well. There it is. Guess that was fairly straightforward. We have a nice beverage here. We have a great cat here. And that's all we need to succeed. Survivor and some draw. Like the draw. That definitely is good. A little more draw. Kind of like hope. I think we're probably going to go in for hope.
The zeal of the word bearers has made them deluded.
Okay, what do you think? Has the zeal of the word bearers made them deluded? That's probably accurate. That tracks with what I know about the word bearers.
Eager to know you.
Am I to sympathize with betrayers and murderers?
I mean, once again, they give you so much more life than they do in most of these campaigns. I mean, having 5 life gated behind Survivor is... I mean, that's significant. That is very significant. I think we'll take the hope and just get a free Donak squad out. Great. Love it. That will allow us to keep on blasting away at Erebus. This is a nasty troop for 2. I mean, you could potentially get a lot of damage out. He's not even going to have time to pop this warp rift open. Yeah, he is almost certainly not going to. So we want to do this this Antar squad so we have enough chance to give Survivor back to this guy and just keep blasting away for 3 every time. I mean, that's a pretty crushing combo. He doesn't have a lot that can deal with that. And we can just get that right back. There we go. And just for the sake of the theme, we will go ahead and save our troop with Survivor one more time. So, man, yeah, if you can keep one of those on the board against a slow deck like Erebus, that is Erebus has no chance. Alright, Warlord has 1 more, don't love it. Enemy Warlord starts with 1 less, that's not bad. I'm trying to keep them slow. Enemy Tactics cost 1 more. Yeah. I think I'm just going to go with the 1 less. Oh, and we get the big legendary draw. Alright. Yeah, our Chaplain Xavier synergizes pretty well with all the sacrifice we have, being able to give out survivors.
Our journey through fire and flame is only a
We want to
beginning.
ideally keep on survivoring guys up, sacrificing them, re-survivoring them, re-sacrificing them. We saw the power of that last time against Erebus.
Face the betrayers. We must reach Nocturne.
We surrender to the war.
Goes ahead and heals himself for 1. That's an interesting choice. Yes, we'll take the Roshan. We will Survivor up our existing Roshan. And we will hit him for a total of 5. And once again here, we can just keep on just keep on nailing things. Even though it doesn't hit him directly, it still gets the survivor. Or the sacrifice rather. And he's already 12 hit points down on turn 2, which is not great for him. Yeah, we'll take our Reston, I think. I mean, alternatively, I suppose we could just throw the Benevolence and destroy this outright, but I don't love that. We'll take this. We will give out a little bit of Survivor here to trigger the sacrifice twice. And we'll throw that into the face. And it should be over next turn. Yep, and that will be it. Those Roshan squads are pretty good against the AI, and not that the AI is typically a challenge. I think we'll take the Scorched Earth for the extra damage that we can get out. Although, I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll take that. I think we get a faster flank with that. We get a speeder.
We will not be
Oh, and here's
now.
Corvax.
Vulcan
Corvax.
lives.
The man himself.
To you, I am the ender of all things. This reality makes me hungry.
I wish they had given Corp some custom voice lines. I do dearly love Corvax. The only disappointment with this recent expansion was that it did not include Ruin Storm. I have to assume that the next expansion is going to should not have hit him there. It was a waste. Have to assume that the next expansion is probably going to curses. Curse you, Corvax. Probably going to update Ruin Storm. At least I sincerely hope it is. Oh, this is the first time where we're not getting any good draws. This is in fact a pretty bad draw. Yeah, I think we might just pass. Even though we are very, generally speaking, very low on our curve, we are just not getting it done. This is a deck I am well familiar with. I like the inclusion of this, the Duplicitous Cultist. I don't know if you guys have seen the Cultist that comes out with the newest expansion, the 4-cost Cultist. That guy is rough trade. He is a tasty beast. Let's see. I think we'll take the front line here, and we'll go ahead and toss that in. He can theoretically just kill this. At least he can knock it into its survivor. Not with Bloodletters he can. Yeah, he can do that with survivor, but that doesn't do all that much for him. We'll get him out there. We will get the Corton squad out there. That way we will get extra survivor for the trouble. We will knock this in here. He can buff that all he wants to, because this is not do damage to, it is destroy a random enemy troop. And we will survivor it first so that we can continue to destroy troops as it comes. Okay, now we're in good shape. And we get the survivor back. Yep, well, this is looking good. Especially with slow play like that. Corbs doesn't synergize all that well with cultists. He's not awful with them, but it's not great. Yeah, destroying any troop attacked really doesn't help us that much. I think the Eusebius here is probably going to be the best. So we'll take the free damage. Doesn't really cost us anything. And we'll put a survivor on our big boy here. It's all right. Give them survivor again. That is certainly not a bad answer. All things considered, that was quite a good answer. But it only slows us down by a turn. He can print out lots of cultists. Cultists aren't very scary. Cultists are not sufficiently scary. Two damage to a random enemy on the sacrifice. We can Dracul the cultist war chariot off. We don't love taking all that face, but it's not the end of the world. We can hope that this hits the correct enemy. It does not. We will just go ahead and hit it that way then. Do a little more to Corbs. And we'll go ahead and throw in the 3, because that will just buff up our boys again. We're at 18 Survivor 7, which should be more than enough to put down a 4 health Corvax. Even though he does get out as Demon Chosen, which is a terrifying troop. This Corvax deck is interesting. Interesting stuff. Alright, and our last... I don't want to take a bunch of... Excuse me, I'm not sure I want to take a bunch of 6s and 7s. Our deck is... Nurglings and Terror Hounds does not synergize necessarily. Slayer of Worlds, again, not... I don't know if Slayer of Worlds reduces its cost. Someone tell me in the comments, does Slayer of Worlds reduce its cost when a troop triggers Survivor, when it dies but it's saved by Survivor? Does Slayer of Worlds reduce cost? If it does, then Slayer of Worlds would actually be quite good. But I think... Man, I don't know. Alright, maybe we do go. We'll stay on team. We won't corrupt the Salamanders with chaos.
There is but one task remaining. Deathfire awaits.
Mount Deathfire. And exactly what we were fearing. We do not want 3 6s and 7s.
Glory to Vulcan!
What does Mount Deathfire have? 2 damage to 3 random units. Well, that should include itself. And it is cannot attack, so... see how that goes. Heal itself by 1. Great. It'd be interesting to have a Structure Warlord. I don't believe there are any Structure Warlords in the game right now. We'll, I don't really love... We'll just do this and just make another one. It might miss. Oh, it doesn't. Got it. It hits all of us. Okay, so maybe it's good to keep a small, small presence. He says not keeping a small presence, as he was... yeah, in fact, if I do this right now, this will just add to the problem. So I'm ignoring my own advice. Do not do as I am doing here. Okay, that worked out okay. We'll just make new ones. These guys are a little bit hurt. Doesn't matter to me. Of course, every time I'm doing this, I'm giving it less chance that it's going to hit itself, which we kind of want it to hit itself. Some nice random Astartes might be pretty good. We also like, however, the idea of sacrificing and re-sacrificing some of these boys. Please give me a big one. That's big enough. We'll toss Survivor on there. We'll toss this one out. He has managed to hit us with every single one of those so far. We'll take the Ashen Bones here, just to completely destroy this off the board. We'll go for that. Pop the Survivor. Stun it, not like that makes a difference. Give it back Survivor. And just keep up our invincible, eternal front line. Every single time he hits us. Is it hits the enemy warlord and others? No, 3 random units. All these units on the board, every single time it manages to hit me. Alright, what do we have here? Termite Drill's okay. Pharos is pretty okay. I think we take the Pharos. We'll Survivor this guy. That doesn't end up doing anything for us at all. Replace that. And we are grinding him down. I think we started with maybe 10 HP fewer. Yeah, 10 HP fewer. Now we're only at 3 HP fewer. Love it if he would miss us. Hey, he decides to miss us. In fact, hits all our front lines. That's beautiful. We're okay with that. Wants to destroy a damaged enemy troop. Could destroy that. Doesn't really hurt us. It turns out the speeder is not fast. It is just Deal 2 damage to all enemies. Okay, but we have enough to put up some big fire drakes. What do we have? 5. Yeah, we got enough for the fire drakes. And the anteater squad. And we will survivor up the anteaters. Close these guys out. Just replace them. Hopefully this will keep damage off the warlord. And then we should be able to close in the next round or two. Alright, well, and that is, if not enough to completely close, it will be, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, not enough to completely close, unfortunately. We can destroy the troop completely, though. So we will do that. We will survivor this. We'll take the Ur-Drackle, because why not? And we will drop him to 12. Okay. It's actually probably good for us. In fact, it's definitely good for us. Now we can, yeah, because we can get a larger troop out. We will hit that in the face, use the ability to destroy the troop, re-survivor it for another go-round, hit that in the face, trigger the survivor, and trigger the survivor, or trigger sacrifice. Alright. Does he destroy himself? He elects not to destroy himself. Cowardly. Cowardly. I think the victory belongs, however, to the frontline troops, which have been taking it on the chin over and over and over again. And in doing
Vulcan
so,
lives.
destroying Mount Deathfire. Vulcan does indeed live. If you are a fan of the fiction, you are well aware of this. Alright, and that is campaign section 1. I will put up 2 and 3 shortly. Take a look. Get our Gardos speeder. Get our Jur. Our rural Jur squad. Oh, get a nice epic out of this. Look at that. Got Ancient Zavor. Did not have 2 of those before. And a Scorched Earth and a Numenon. Or a Numeon. Excuse me. I do not have a lot of Salamanders. I don't typically play Salamanders, so I am pleased to add to the collection. Alright guys, well this was campaign part 1 for the Salamanders campaign. I'm Automatic Jack, signing off. See you next time.